Welcome to my audience. This is the Thursday Executive Brief. 5 minutes, 1 leadership challenge, 3 executive moves, 1 action for the week. No theory, no fluff, just execution. So let's get to it. Welcome to my audience. Welcome back on the Executive 5. Today's episode, speed is rising, trust is not. A lot of executive teams are obsessed with speed right now. Faster decisions, faster execution, faster change, faster delivery, faster response, and faster adaptation. And on paper, that all sounds intelligent. Markets are moving, pressure is real. Nobody wants to be the slow company watching sharper competitors pull away. But here's the problem that I want to share with you. Speed without trust does not feel like leadership. It feels like instability. The moment an organization starts moving faster than people can believe, pace turns into panic. The language from the top says agility. The experience underneath, it says whiplash. Priorities change too quickly, decisions get announced before they are fully held. Teams are told to move, but they are no longer sure what is solid and what will be reversed next week. That is when trust starts thinning out. Not in one dramatic moment, in small repeated exposure to speed without enough clarity, consistency, or signal from the top that somebody is still actually steering. So what's the core challenge here? This is the tension executives have to face honestly. Most leadership teams think the danger is moving too slowly. Sometimes it is, but plenty of organizations are not suffering from a lack of motion. They are suffering from motion without enough trust to carry it cleanly. And once that happens, performance gets strange. People not in the meeting then hesitate in private. Teams say they understand, but execution starts dragging. And leaders interpret that as resistance, laziness, or lack of urgency. It is often none of those things. It is disbelief. People do not move well in systems they no longer trust. If priorities can change overnight, if decisions get revised too casually, if leaders push urgency harder than they explain reality, the organization starts protecting itself. People wait, they hedge, they seek cover. They slow things down quietly while leadership keeps asking why the pace is not landing. The truth is uncomfortable. Truth is what allows speed to travel. Without it, the business gets faster at the top and more cautious underneath. Let me give you 3 moves to countersteer that. Stop calling everything urgent. The first mistake leaders make is treating pace like a constant setting. Everything becomes urgent. Every initiative becomes strategic. Every issue becomes a now problem. That creates noise, not speed. Real pace depends on discrimination. What actually matters now? What truly cannot wait? What must move fast and what must move carefully? If leaders do not make those distinctions clearly, the organization starts hearing urgency as background noise. And once urgency becomes background noise, trust begins to drop. People stop believing the call. Speed needs credibility. Credibility comes from restraint. Move number 2, make change more explainable. People can handle a lot more movement than executives think. What they struggle with is unexplained movement. If priorities shift, explain why. If a decision changes, explain what changed. If the business is moving faster, explain what that pace is protecting, solving, or making possible. Too many leaders assume speed justifies itself. It does not. When people understand the logic, they can move with conviction. When they only feel the acceleration, they start bracing instead of committing. Trust grows when the movement makes sense. Move number 3, build predictability inside the pace. Fast organizations still need a few stable things. Stable decision rules, stable standards, stable communication rhythms, stable signals about what is real, what is noise, and where the line actually is. This is where executive maturity shows. You can move quickly and still feel steady, but only if the people inside the business know what is dependable. If everything feels fluid all the time, then trust drains out of the system and the organization becomes emotionally expensive to work in. People do not need slowness. They need enough predictability to move at speed without feeling exposed. Let me give you your weekly challenge. This week, take one area where your organization is pushing hard on speed and ask a sharper question. Are we moving fast or are we making people nervous? Then test it. Ask your team what feels clear, what feels unstable, and what has changed too quickly to trust fully. Listen properly, do not defend the pace, diagnose it. The strongest leaders are not the ones who create the most movement. They are the ones who create movement people can believe in. Speed matters, of course it does. But if trust cannot travel with it, then what looks like agility at the top will feel like chaos everywhere else. And chaos is not speed, it is in fact just expensive motion. And that was it. I hope to see you next week Thursday on the Executive 5. Take care. And that was it for today. Remember, precision beats intensity every time. Execute the move, run the challenge. And I'll see you next Thursday for the next Executive Brief.